Welcome to this Quick Take Rapid Learning module. Today's topic, why 80% of sales training doesn't stick and what you can do about it. Each year, companies spend about $2,000 per sales rep on training. Now, if reps assimilated anywhere near 100% of that learning and applied it on the job, those training dollars would be well spent. We all know that's not happening. But why? In 1885, German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus conducted a landmark study and coined the term forgetting curve. He found that when people are exposed to an idea one time, after 30 days they retain only about 20% of what they learned. That explains why so much training doesn't stick, and why companies are throwing a staggering amount of money down the drain. In this quick take, you will learn how to turn 20% retention on its head and ensure that employees retain the vast majority of knowledge acquired in training. Why managers and supervisors are the key to making employee training stick, and why changing the way you think about training can transform your career. See if this scenario rings true. Joe attends a 2-day sales training seminar with a dynamite speaker. He returns to his job feeling he's acquired a new skill set that will reduce the rejection he's always associated with cold calling. For a week or two, he applies the new skills diligently. He used to make 5 cold calls a day, now he makes 20, and his sales skyrocket. But after a month, he's less diligent. He's making only 5 or 10 cold calls per day, and his results fall off. To understand why this happens, let's talk about how training works. This is true about any learning activity, whether it's how to sell, hit a golf ball, operate a drill press, or play the piano. Take a look at the chart. When most employees receive training, coaching, or instruction, their skill level immediately rises. They start to scale the learning curve. Then, over time, performance falls off. But some permanent learning has occurred, and they're still better off than before. This is what happened with Joe. Let's see what happens when training is reinforced. When the manager follows up with the employee to discuss progress, to observe their technique and assess their skill levels, and to revitalize their commitment, you'll see that the employee's competency level rises even higher. And when the manager follows up again, there's another spike in performance. You now know the answer to why most training doesn't stick: lack of follow-up. Numerous studies have shown that the key to knowledge retention is interval reinforcement. If employees, either by themselves or with the help of a manager, repeatedly revisit what they learned in training, they eventually achieve permanent mastery of skills. That raises an obvious question. Why doesn't follow-up occur most of the time? Because managerial follow-up, or interval reinforcement, is hard work. Few managers are willing to repeatedly follow up to make sure that training sticks. This is why any CEO will tell you that his or her company is starving for highly disciplined managers who can develop people and achieve top performance. You can be part of that elite group if you follow the steps outlined in this presentation. Disciplined, determined managers understand the 4 R's of effective follow-up. First, they revisit the training. Great managers know they need to inspect everything that they expect. Is Joe the sales rep meeting his daily cold call quotas? Is he following the carefully designed cold call scripts to the letter? Are his rebuttals on target? Employees pay attention to what you, their boss, are paying attention to. If you take your eye off the ball, they will too. Guaranteed. Second, great managers reinforce correct behavior. When Joe successfully lands a sales appointment from a cold call, he applied his new skills correctly. Reinforcement and recognition from his boss encourages him to repeat that behavior. Third, great managers reteach when necessary. If Joe's cold calling technique gets sloppy, or if he's missing opportunities in rebuttals, his boss needs to take the time to repeat those key parts of the training. Finally, great managers refocus the trainee. They're cheerleaders who refocus employees on outcomes and who rekindle enthusiasm by reminding employees why mastering the new skill set is critical to achieving company goals and how it will advance the employee's career. So let's review what we've covered. 1. 80% of training doesn't stick, and companies are throwing away lots of money. 2. The reason training doesn't stick is lack of interval reinforcement, that is, follow-up. 3. It's up to managers to ensure that follow-up occurs, but this requires discipline and hard work. 4. When interval reinforcement does occur, employees can retain up to 90% of what they learned. If you commit to becoming one of those rare, disciplined managers who gets the connection between follow-up and training success, you'll dramatically enhance your organization's results and your own personal success.